Good morning, happy Monday. We are starting this week with my version of pulling an all-nighter, which is just getting up unreasonably early. So I got up about 3:15 and planned my week. It's about 3:45 now, and I'm ready to get into studying because we have a lot to get done today. Alright, it's like 8 a.m. now. I headed to campus for a quiz and then to get the extra credit points for patient and symptoms presentation lecture, and then we're gonna go grocery shopping. The quiz did not go well. I did not study the right material. I got mixed up on what material we were being quizzed on this week, but it is a class where we have weekly quizzes, so it's fine and that'll balance itself out in the end. And then after that, I have just been studying biochem, cramming for biochem all day because our next exam is first thing tomorrow morning at 7:30 a.m. I finished off this evening with some practice questions that were given for the end of every lecture, and those did not go horribly, so I'm feeling almost okay about it. I am gonna head to bed now so we can get up bright and early first thing again tomorrow morning, probably about 3 a.m. and do our usual last minute day of review. So good night, see you in the morning. Alright, 7 a.m. now, finished my Anki and study guide and ready to head to campus. Wish me luck. I have had such a productive day today. After the biochem exam, I had to stay on campus for the SNMA meeting because I'm taking on an M1 leadership role in that club. So in between the exam and the meeting, I made Anki for this week's anatomy and finished up the Anki for this upcoming PSP exam because we have that on Thursday, and then went to the meeting. That was really great. I'm really excited to get involved with them. Came home, took a nap. By the time I woke up from my nap, the biochem exam scores were posted, and I am very happy with how I did, especially considering the kind of last minute nature again of my studying, but it actually pulled it off this time. Had dinner, did a workout, did a little bit of cleaning. Now I'm realizing I feel still in that kind of exam funkiness, so I'm gonna put a hair mask in my hair, make the Anki for the biochem lectures that we had today because that workshop is also on Thursday, and then kind of take an everything shower, settle in for the night and get a good night's sleep and be ready for tomorrow. My keyboard is dead, and I forgot to buy AAA batteries. Good morning, happy Wednesday. We have a pretty good day ahead of us. No quizzes, no exams, just OMM lab, anatomy dissection lab, and lots of studying for tomorrow's PSP exam. It is about 10 now. I'm about to head to campus, and I will catch up with you after that. It was actually a little short-sighted of me to wash my hair the day before anatomy lab, but I am home now, re-washed my hair, took a shower post-lab. Lab was so cool today. We didn't have to do that many things. We were in the second group to go in today, and so the first group had done like most of the work already, and we kind of got to fine-tune things and quiz each other on structures and everything. So it was really helpful, really enjoyable lab. I'm home now, about to make dinner, and then I really need to start studying for this PSP exam, and I think we're back to another night of kind of cramming and early morning of cramming as well, so wish me luck. Good morning, happy Thursday. We are almost through this week. I am so tired today. The kind of lack of sleep from having so many exams and quizzes this week is really catching up to me, but we also have like the biggest day today. The PSP exam is this afternoon, but we have a ton of things to do leading up to that. I'm gonna go to the PSP lecture, which is not on the exam, but attendance is extra credit. And then we have a physical exam skills lab. We're working on lung sounds again, so that'll be really fun, but it is like another kind of active thinking thing. We have a little break. I'm going to study for PSP some more during that break, and then we have the biochem workshop, which is basically 3 biochem quizzes since there's a pre-quiz and then like reviewing the pre-quiz and kind of redoing the questions with some extra questions, and then a post-quiz, and then during this 2-hour workshop you're like actively thinking about biochem, so it's not like a lecture where you could kind of be passive. There's like, it's a big active thinking day and then an exam, so I'm a little worried about it. I've had a lot of energy drinks so far. We're gonna have another one later, but we are just so close to being done with this week. And then I'm headed home to my parents to visit them this weekend and to see my little sister because she's on fall break from college. So it'll be a great weekend. Just have to make it through this. Wish me luck. Yesterday was actually just too much for me. That was probably like my worst day in medical school so far, for like partially some medical school things, but also some like personal things, which is tough when you're already exhausted from all of the medical school things. But basically, the PSP exam really caught me by surprise. The first exam had been super fair, super straightforward, and so I thought I had like reasonable expectations going into the second exam, and it was so much harder. And I studied, you know, I make my Anki and everything, and I did all of my Anki 3 times before the exam, and there were still a lot of questions where I was like, what are you talking about? So that was really a bummer. I hope that a lot of those questions get recoursed and then we get points back, because I was just lost. That was like really rough. And that was after a full day of like really thinking hard and doing a simulated patient case with breath sounds in PES, and having a whole biochem workshop where we really had to think about like the coagulation cascade, which if you're in like medicine or anything related, you know, is a really long pathway, and there's a ton of little details and everything is named like exactly the same. So that was kind of difficult, and so my brain power was already a little bit lower than usual going into this exam, and it just really knocked me out. Did not go well. I'm like actively scared to see those scores. The best part of yesterday by far was the post-exam Olive Garden, which Olive Garden is such barely good food, but it really hits after a long, horrible day. And it just made me very happy to have like a group of supportive friends that we can do stuff like that and commiserate together and feel kind of human again after doing things like that. So big highlight of the day. Today, I know, is going to be so much better. It's Friday, we don't have any classes, we're done with medical school for the week, and I'm about to head home to my parents to spend the weekend with them. My little sister is on fall break from college, so I'm gonna see her. I think we're gonna see the movie The Substance tonight. I am usually awful about horror movies, I like can't do it, but the main things I've heard about this are that it's like body related horror, and like that an awful scene is like stitching up someone's back, and I just feel like as a medical student, like I don't mind. That's like fine with me. So I'm thinking I can make it through this one, and I've heard that it's kind of like a vaguely feminist commentary. So I'm excited for that. I'm excited for this weekend. Thank you so much for joining me for this video and for this little rant about my day. I will see you in the next one.